Hello, my name is Adam. This is fluencylesson.com. Now, this video is just a quick walkthrough on the core features that you would use as a teacher on fluencylesson.com. Now, what is the website? What is Fluency Lesson? It's a way for you to collect really good notes during the lesson time and be able to correct them after the class in an orderly way. So you're really maximizing the fluency time that you have in your class, and also the quality of your error correction and note taking as well. So if we begin here on the dashboard, once you logged in, the first thing you might want to do actually is create a student. So you would go to add a student, and let's say your new student is called Zoe, and you create it. This then will have a output the student information. You can copy this information here, by the way, and you can tell the student. Now, this includes their login details. It includes their username, which they will use with their password, which they then can change as well. Now, this student, by the way, is attached to you. So that you create the student and their login, and you create their login as well. If you go to the dashboard now, then the next thing you want to look at is lesson time. So lesson time is a very simple screen, which, when it loads, allows you to collect errors while the student is talking. The first thing you'll do is choose the student for the lesson you're going to do. Let's say this is the new student, Zoe. And here we have the screen here. Now, if you're using one screen, you might want to save space. So you could click this here and you get down to a much smaller panel. And that leaves the space here on the left for the video screen or any other documents, even, or another window in your browser. Now, what do you actually see here? So if we go look here, so you could change the student here. You can input. When you input, you can change it into pronunciation. You could put it as a vocabulary, so new vocabulary for the student. You could do it as an error, or you could do it as notes. Now, let's say you were to put down pronunciation and you put down the word browser. I just use that. So let's use the word browser. I can copy it here. If you want to copy it into the VoIP system, the Zoom or the Meet or whatever, you can do that. And you can save here. Now, what you'll also notice is that here you've got the last 10 saves. So you could actually change them. If I was to put here, he were there, and I save it accidentally as pronunciation, I notice that, and I can actually edit this. I can go to here and I can change it to an error. And now he were there is now an edit, has been changed to an error in the class. You can do this later as well. So then the class would finish, and you could have added new vocabulary, and you could have added notes as well. So vocabulary, also notes, ideas for things that you're going to share with the student later. That's fine. That's during the class. The student won't see this screen. So this is you while the student is talking, collecting what they say. If you were to leave the dashboard now and go to this homework area for teachers, you'll be presented with your students. So I've just had the lesson with Zoe today, and I would like to give her the homework that I've done. So I would go to the student here, and I've got, here you see your inbox, I've got these new elements here. And if I were to click, let's say, on vocabulary first, I would, the notes that I took would first appear in section 1, which is non-visible to students. I could check before I release them to the student, or maybe if it's a note, for example, I wanted to find the link that I want to send before I send it to the student. If I was to go here and go to the vocabulary, I can make it visible. It's now gone to the student inbox. The student, for example, the vocabulary, they could do what they want. They could either try to define the word or try to use the word in a sentence. So I always want to learn new vocab. Okay, new vocabulary. They will then send the message to the teacher. And in this case, I am the teacher, so I'll be sending it to myself. They will press send and they will go to the teacher. If, however, the problem they had was an error, and they go to the error here, I could then make the error, I could make the error visible. Okay, so this is the old message. I can make the error visible. This goes to the student's inbox, and the student actually has the option to ask for a request. What's the answer here? They can ask for a hint as well. And you also got the option of directly correcting the error if they don't know. So he said, he was there. I send the correction. And here we can say he was there is the solution and where was wrong. Another section, just to quickly say, would be the pronunciation. This is one of the best parts for students. You would go to the word here, and you could record a version. So I go here, I can start recording, browser, stop recording. I can listen to myself as well. Now, obviously, you could write a lot more. Obviously, sentences are normally better than individual words. You can listen to yourself. When a student does it, they can listen to themselves and the teacher here as well. And then you would submit it. This means when the student arrives at this page, when it's updated, when the student arrives at this, they can listen to you, the teacher, and then they can record themselves. You then underneath here are able to comment on that, maybe re-record what you want to say, and let them try again as well before you then say mark complete, well done. Okay, and this then moves from the section here, which is in discussion here, you can see. So you have the non-visible, you go to the in discussion where student and teacher have their inbox, you go to the completed section. Once the student has seen that, it automatically moves to the completed filed section, which is flagged, seen and archived. And that basically is the main loop that you would use with the student. So you would collect the errors during the class, and then you would issue them and discuss them in the homework section with the student. Obviously, if you've got any problems, contact me and I'll do some other videos a bit more detailed about what you can do within Fluency Lesson in general. Take care. I'll see you soon. Thank you.